What if everything we know, the universe, Earth, even our own minds, is just part of a vast simulation, crafted by some advanced intelligence? It's a mind-bending idea, and well, it really makes you wonder about the true nature of our reality. Welcome to Großdenken, my friends. Please support this channel by subscribing. That would mean a great help. The simulation theory suggests that everything we perceive, our universe, Earth, and even our consciousness, could be part of an advanced computer simulation. The idea was popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom in his famous 2003 paper, Are You Living in a Computer Simulation? Bostrom proposed this thought experiment. If a civilization becomes advanced enough to create hyper-realistic simulations of reality, it's likely they'd create many such simulations, possibly billions. If that's true, there could be far more simulated realities than actual ones, making it statistically probable that we're living in one of those simulations. In simple terms, think of it as a video game, but instead of pixels, the universe is made of atoms and particles, all governed by the code of physics. At first glance, simulation theory might sound like a wild idea, but there are some compelling reasons why scientists and philosophers take it seriously. The power of technology. Look at how far we've come with technology. Modern video games, VR systems, and simulations are becoming increasingly realistic. If we extrapolate this progress into the distant future, it's not hard to imagine a civilization capable of creating entire simulated universes indistinguishable from reality. Quantum physics and the pixelated universe. Some scientists point to strange phenomena in quantum physics as potential evidence of a simulated universe. For example, particles behave differently when observed, a phenomenon known as the observer effect. Could this be a sign of a programmed reality? Additionally, the universe seems to have a resolution. According to the Planck scale, the smallest measurable unit of space and time, the universe might behave like a grid, much like pixels in a digital image. The mathematical nature of reality. Our universe can be described by elegant mathematical laws. From Einstein's equations to quantum mechanics, everything seems to work like a highly sophisticated program. This has led some to ask, if the universe behaves like code, could it actually be code? If the universe is a simulation, how might it work? Advanced civilizations. For a simulation to exist, there must be an advanced civilization capable of creating it. These beings, often called the programmers in this context, would need immense computational power, a computer capable of simulating not just the universe, but also the thoughts and experiences of conscious beings like us. Programmed physics. The laws of physics would act as the rules of the simulation, much like how a video game engine governs what's possible in the game. These rules could explain why the universe behaves in such a consistent, predictable way. Consciousness in a simulation. One of the biggest mysteries is how consciousness would work in a simulated universe. Are we truly conscious beings, or is our sense of self also a part of the program? Some scientists argue that consciousness itself might be the result of algorithms running on this cosmic computer. So, is there any evidence that we're living in a simulation? While there's no direct proof, there are, some intriguing clues that align with the idea. For instance, the strange behavior of particles in quantum mechanics, like the observer effect or quantum entanglement, has led some to speculate that these could actually be features of a programmed universe. Then there are the cosmic limits. The universe has certain limits like the speed of light or the Planck scale. These could be interpreted as computational constraints, a bit like how video games have limits on rendering resolution or processing power. And when it comes to unexplained phenomena, Some researchers have speculated that anomalies in the cosmic microwave background radiation, basically the leftover glow from the Big Bang, might be glitches or evidence of a simulation. Plus, our own advancements in computer simulations and artificial intelligence suggest that creating realistic simulations is possible. So if we can do it on a small scale, it's plausible that a far more advanced civilization could simulate an entire universe. If we are living in a simulation, what does that mean for us? Well, some argue that being in a simulation doesn't really change much. Our experiences, emotions, and relationships are still real to us, even if the universe is simulated. What matters is how we live within it. But if the simulation theory is true, it forces us to rethink everything we know about reality. Is there a higher base reality beyond our simulation, and if so, what does it look like? And then there are ethical questions. If we are simulated beings, are our programmers observing us? Why was the simulation created in the first place? Is it a scientific experiment, a form of entertainment, or maybe something else entirely? While simulation theory is, honestly, pretty intriguing, many scientists are skeptical. First, there's currently no concrete evidence that proves we're living in a simulation. The phenomena we see in physics can often be explained without resorting to simulation theory. And then you have computational limits. The computational power required to simulate an entire universe, down to every particle and conscious being, would be astronomical. Some argue that it's just not feasible, even for an advanced civilization. And, many scientists prefer simpler explanations. Occam's razor suggests that the idea we're living in a real physical universe is far less complex than imagining a simulation with programmers, motives, and computational constraints. Whether or not we're living in a simulation, the idea really challenges us to think deeply about reality, consciousness, while we might never know for sure and our place in the universe. So, what do you think? Are we living in a cosmic computer program, or is reality exactly as it seems? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more mind-blowing content about the universe.